Welcome to Pipe Bomb Sports Show tonight in this fantastic nor'eastern weather in New York City. It's me, Francesco. Along with me, as always, is Nelly, Dugan, Monk, and Fozzie. We would love to hear from all of you tonight, to be honest. There's a lot of things we'd like to hear from you about. We got a number for you guys to call. It is at 914-495-4871. And we also have our website, pipebombsports.com, that can redirect you to anything Pipe Bomb Sports related.
Fred, why do you have black stuff on you, brother?
This is really not a very fantastic day for me.
Wait,
I hate them.
Is it black snow out?
You know, it was a very black Thursday last week.
Wait, Fran, just in case anyone forgot, let's give him a little recap of why Fran is wearing black right now.
Yeah. What's going on here? I mean, do we got a ending with the
Everyone,
clip?
put the kids out of the room. They don't need to see this.
Fred, I said if there was ever a game they were going to win, it was that one. It's just that simple. It was going to come down to Jano.
You did know. You knew that was coming. You knew Andy Reid would do it to me.
I know.
Hey, here you go. Here's a clip.
Oh, here's
Here's
a
a
clip.
clip.
Buried my own.
Wait, hold on.
I will put on this
Face paint and all. If the Raiders win the game,
I will be in here as a Raider. I will be rooting for the It's like the Legion of Doom.
oh, Raiders.
They're not winning.
They're winning out.
I think the Chiefs would by.
I'm so confident that I'm going to watch every Raider.
This
hurts to watch.
Now, wait. You're doing this for the entire season?
They have the whole season to win a game. Look at us. Look at my Raider Nation. Having said that,
Friend, you better look like that next week.
I was going to say, having said that, I ordered
Step your game up, boy.
I ordered full Raiders gear last Friday, and none of it arrived.
Thanks,
Amazon Prime, we have a real problem. So for that, come next week, I will be in even better Raider gear. I owe you the fans that.
Hey,
Look like you fell in a, you know.
Yeah, I'm a
mud or
biker
something.
gang right now or
Yeah.
something. I don't
you
even
took
know.
it like a champ. You took it like a champ. You know what? For the Chiefs to lose to Oakland, I mean, Jesus.
I didn't see
The
that.
best part was
Trap
me,
game.
you, and Fran were texting that night, and he is cursing Andy Reid to the high heavens. You couldn't win me a Super Bowl in Philly. Now you can't beat me. You can't beat the Oakland Raiders. Are you kidding me? I wish I could show the contents of that text. It was bad. It was really, really
It would
bad.
take this show from like a borderline PG-13 rated R to like
Yeah,
rated.
UFC would be
do
knocking
not
on
be
our
putting this in
door.
movie theaters. Like this would
American
be.
Sundance Festival.
Billy Walsh would have loved it.
Guys, I have to say
Billy.
one thing.
Median.
There was a game Monday night, and it had nothing to do with the Jets, because let's forget about that game.
Yeah.
There was another game
I know.
with a prime time
Oh,
team
jeez.
that everyone said was so
You're
prime.
right.
Well, hold on.
Been telling everyone.
That me and you, okay?
Yes.
Only
I-
two people. The
Listen.
Baltimore Ravens will win the Super Bowl.
Baltimore Ravens are very, very strong. They're going to win that division.
We might actually make
like
this
I
bet.
said,
No
Bob's
shot.
with me. Guys,
Listen,
Listen, again, you guys said, oh, Drew Brees at home, and what did he do? He laid another
I had Baltimore.
I gave him.
You're talking to
I was
the
on
wrong
the
guy.
Saints. But
We were
I'll give it
watching
to you.
on
The
the
Ravens
Saints.
played great. First set,
They did play
played
good.
good.
they're a good team. I'm
They're a
telling you,
solid
listen
team.
to me.
I really think
They're-
that
Football,
Steve Smith.
defense,
I think
yeah.
Steve Smith was the one missing piece to that whole puzzle. He really was. He gives it that sort of toughness.
Yep.
Definitely the best boxer in the NFL. You know,
He is.
I don't know.
Wow.
He's a thug, Steve.
he really
Might be
is,
the best boxer Smith ever, but Will Smith played Muhammad Ali, so.
That's true. He's right. Will was a star in that movie.
All right.
But you're right. He was born a Raven, Steve Smith. I wish his whole career was in Baltimore. It texted Matt that it was on the show for the NFL Draft Show. But you know what I looked at, Foz and Monk? They got a very easy schedule in Baltimore going forward. They play no one
Listen,
going
I just
forward.
pulled it up.
Cleveland,
You gotta win the
Dugan.
game.
Well, listen. Let's not sleep on Cleveland. Cleveland is.
I'm very impressed with
They
Cleveland.
find.
I
a
like
way-
the Browns.
Week
Listen,
17 in Baltimore?
Right now,
No, I know.
Brian Hoyer and the Cleveland Browns
Doing
are
enough.
sending Mike Smith a really nice edible arrangement for his impeccable time management at the end of that game.
Yeah, that was awful.
How you're
Timeout.
calling a timeout 2
yeah.
seconds after a play is run,
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
and you leave these guys, and Hoyer's been essentially money this
Yeah.
year. He finds a way. He's a winner.
You know
the
what-
kid finds a way to win games.
You know what was
Dugan-
interesting about that
Oh, go ahead.
game? He had thrown 3 interceptions, no touchdowns, and he leads it. Do you really? I mean, he's been good, but do you really expect Brian Hoyer? You see it from Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers. You expect it from those guys, but Brian Hoyer going down the field. What do you have? 47 seconds. 47 seconds,
something
6
like that.
plays, right down.
And Josh Gordon.
Hey.
Field goal in
Yeah.
the dome.
He
funny.
threw 2 bad picks, Brian Hoyer, in that game.
Yeah,
He gave them the
one in
game.
He bent, but he didn't break.
Mike Smith has
That's the case
lost.
with him, I think. These Browns.
Mike Smith has lost 2 games now for the Falcons with his
Right.
timeouts. Dukes.
The
How
one
ridiculous is that?
with Julio Jones when he threw on 3rd down against the
Horrible.
Lions.
Horrible.
Just real quick,
That's-
just to bring it up, Baltimore, the remainder of the season, has got San Diego at home, then
Okay.
at Miami, home against Jacksonville,
Winner.
at
Win.
Houston,
Winner.
home against Cleveland. That's
It's not
Baltimore's
that easy.
That's
gotta
a pretty
figure
easy
they
You
got
schedule.
don't
two-
versus Brady. You
You
don't
got
versus
two
Aaron.
layups. You got 2 layups right now in that.
Another thing that I want to
in
bring up
Jacksonville and
Cleveland
Houston.
is
Yeah.
they have a humongous boost getting Josh
Josh
Gordon
Gordon,
back.
yeah.
Getting Josh Gordon back, to generate some
That kid's a
offense. man.
beat.
You know,
I didn't realize how
play.
big that kid
Yeah,
is.
he could
is
play.
Huge.
He really could play.
I feel like there's in the country. I just feel like everybody secretly is cheering for the Browns.
They are.
To just
I
keep
am.
doing what they're doing.
I am.
Just keep
you know,
winning.
You know who really is rooting for the Browns right now? LeBron James. Because it keeps the eyes off.
Yeah,
That's
that's a really good point.
He's
It's a really
the
good
biggest
point.
Cleveland Brown fan right now. Keep them going, guys. Keep winning. They'll forget how much we suck.
They got a big game at home tonight against the Wizards.
Big time. So, Dugan, what happened to your beloved Lions this week? I want to know what happened in New England.
They're
They
sputtering.
got massacred.
They're sputtering.
Do you
What if
still
I told
believe
you
in them?
the Patriots are going to crush them? So
We all did like the Patriots.
Yeah,
Matt Stafford is playing. It's terrible to say the
You know,
least.
this is where I like where this is going. I like where this is going already. I really do. I actually love where this is going with 2 quarterbacks that can, look at that, Ellie, that cannot get it together, Fran.
Monk, you see what I'm trying to do here?
Fran Cutlets.
Cutlets.
I just traded Cutler off my fantasy team. I'm done with him.
Monk, you're like a sorcerer, Monk. You saw where I was going.
saw where it was
You
going.
played my hand.
Where is
You
it going?
hungered me, Monk.
Guys, a nice fat plate of stuffing and candy yams and turkey. I love turkey. Gravy and mashed potatoes and football.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Jay
You got
Cutler
3
against
good-
Matt Stafford.
you
And
got
who could
3
throw
good
more
games.
interceptions?
Matt Stafford.
Did you ever think it would come to the day where you were saying the Detroit Lions were better on defense than they were on offense?
Sick thought.
Right.
Like honestly,
Yes.
yeah.
you look at the weapons they have there: Johnson, Tate, Ebron,
Bush.
Pettigrew,
And they still have
Bush,
a better-
Choik
right.
Bell,
It's a great
Stafford, and they couldn't hit water if they fell out of a boat right now.
Yeah.
And besides DeAndre Levy, I can't name one person in the secondary
No,
on that team
no.
or linebacker.
I know the line.
can't.
You know the line. You know,
Two.
fairly.
I love to hear Whitehead.
I can't name him one player.
But they're playing solid defense, and it's something that Detroit's not used to. And it's almost like, does the offense say, "Oh, hold on, wait a second, we don't have to really push as much as we normally do because we have a defense"?
But that's vintage Giants when they won the first Super Bowl against New England. If you got a pass rush, the defense looks like an 8 when it could be a 4. With no pass rush, they're probably
Eli
not
always
that
looks-
good of a defense.
Well, Eli always looks like a
Dude,
4.
back
so.
to you. With Detroit, I'm interested because another thing is, would you see Detroit coming into Thanksgiving with a winning record? Coming into it with pressure, with playoff pressure on them? They have a lot of pressure to get in the playoffs, and this is a big game.
Yeah.
Huge.
This is humongous.
Well, I think
is
this
essentially
is big in a lot of reasons, only because
division
off the beating they just got from New England, but they got a break in the sense that last week they kind of get a reprieve because now New England faces Green Bay this week.
That's
Okay, and we'll talk about that
humongous.
game in a little bit. You have to think they like their chances that New England's going to beat Green Bay, and this is going to, they use this as a catapult to get back into the division.
It's true.
Tie, you know what I'm saying? And kind of like last week was just a wash.
Yeah.
Let it
The
go.
Bears are still alive too, though.
That's what makes it
Stop.
so
Just
interesting.
stop.
They are.
Statistically, until they are eliminated.
If they win this game,
Stop.
flip flops.
The Seahawks have a big game. What if the Seahawks drop?
Okay, but hold on.
The Bears
Statistically,
are not-
the
You want to
NFC
hear their
South.
schedule, friend?
Good.
Detroit,
Win.
Dallas, New
Loss.
Orleans, Detroit
Win.
again, Minnesota.
Win.
They're out.
They're out. You need 10. What's crazy about the NFC guys is you might need 10, 11 wins to actually make the playoffs.
Not in the NFC South.
Oh, in the NFC South, you can take 3.
They have no
It's going to win the
defense.
division and still maybe get
Tampa Bay
five.
might win the division with 5 wins.
Sad.
And the coach who wins the division might still get five.
The Lions still control their fate.
Absolutely.
They already beat Green Bay, and they play them again one more time. So
Right.
this one game that they're
Yeah,
back
but you're
means
talking
nothing.
about 2 different Green Bay teams.
I know.
Exactly.
Of course, Green Bay
way.
playing phenomenal, but
Yeah.
it's still They
In
get a
Detroit?
chance. No, they played in Detroit
Lambeau.
You
already.
don't win in Lambeau. I learned that the hard way.
Not in December. You don't.
I know it's
Not in December.
the way Detroit's been playing. Well, I can't even say Detroit. The way Stafford has been playing the last 2 weeks, it's really bad for them. He has no touchdown passes. I mean, not even one. Like everyone gets one touchdown
Stafford
pass.
sucks.
But-
That's why. Yo, he's
bad.
Jay Cutler who can't run.
That's
You
yeah.
know how many years Matt Stafford bailed out because he had a shoulder injury, or he was out for the season after week 6, or how many times he threw a ball with his eyes closed and Calvin Johnson saved him? He's so overrated, it's a joke.
So if you're the Lions,
Sucks. You will never win with this guy.
are you considering the idea of somehow getting involved in a quarterback sweepstakes in the draft?
No.
No.
I don't think
So
they
he's
can.
still good enough to keep,
Absolutely.
On your
he's,
roster.
still, he's still a top 10 quarterback
Yeah.
in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
which isn't
Easily
saying
top
much.
10, and I could say even
No,
top
he's
6.
not.
No, he is.
Absolutely.
No, he's
No,
not.
you
Easily,
name-
I don't know.
you
Like,
No, fantasy, yeah. I don't give him top 10.
Absolutely. Name me. Forget the top 5. Name me
That's
5
not, I
other.
had to name the top 5 to help you go.
All right. Well, besides
I'm going to
Manning,
look at the schedule. Okay, Peyton,
Brady.
Aaron, Brady, Drew,
I don't
Matt
put
Ryan.
this year. You're putting Drew ahead of him.
I will put Drew
I
out
would
of
put Drew
anybody.
out if he's blind. I don't care.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see.
Joe Flacco's better.
Flock, Big Ben. If I didn't say Big Ben already.
Lock.
Carson Palmer's one leg. I take over Stafford. Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck.
It's all right. He's top 10, but he's 9 or 10.
Phillip Rivers.
Top 10. We'll go there.
Phillip Rivers, not Mark
Nick
Sanchez.
Foles
Sanchez
without a
is a man.
shoulder.
That's true. Nick Foles healthy might have been better than Stafford too.
Tony Romo. I take Tony Romo over Stafford.
Oh, definitely.
Another one.
Wow, he's not a top 10.
Maybe he's not.
He's
Maybe he's number 10.
close.
Maybe
There's
he's
only-
number 10
There's only
or 9.
There's only a few teams in the league, but you know, I can't name any of
Guys,
the Buccaneers.
I don't want to brag or anything, but Ryan Tannehill's looking great.
Love
Yeah,
that.
yeah. He gets no love.
No love.
It's no love.
He has no names. That's like the team they should rename it like the Miami Unsexies because they don't have.
You're right.
the
Russell
names
Wilson.
down there. They
Yep.
really don't.
Russell Wilson.
It's a team of nobodies. It's
Kaepernick.
replacements down in Miami.
Rivers.
Rivers.
Yeah, he's not. Wow, he
top
really
10.
might
He's
not
not
be
top
top
10.
No, he's just convinced to make me now look like he will not give me. top
he's
10.
not
You put me on the spot. I had to look it
He's gonna
up.
put Jameis Winston in this conversation
No, he is.
before.
Famous James.
Kaya's there. Kaya.
In saying that, it's 7.
What?
7 points.
Yes,
They're giving
bet.
these Bears 7 points.
Bears.
Wow.
I love the Lions.
Really?
Love the Lions.
Blow them out.
Blow them out.
This game isn't even close.
As a Lions fan, or you?
No. In general,
Detroit always comes to play on
Listen.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I mean,
Even when they were awful, they
They
could
were, that was the one game you.
I'm not
knew
gonna
they were
lie. I
cover.
thought the same thing you did, and I looked up their record on for the last like 8
lost,
years. They've
but they've
lost.
covered.
They're 1-7 in the
Yeah,
last
but
on Detroit.
it's always a good game in the first
But-
half.
That being
going,
said,
dude.
this week the Bears' defense is atrocious. We all know that.
you think that?
And
It's
is Bush back this week?
Bush. He hasn't practiced yet, but I'm sure he'll be out there on Thanksgiving. But
Put Michael Bush back there.
Stafford has to play better. This is the time to do it against a porous defense. I think the D line. We said the Lions' defensive line has been on fire. The O line for the Bears have been atrocious, and I think Cutler's going to have a lot of turnovers. I'm taking the
Okay.
Lions.
Fran, what do you feel?
I have to stick with him. I think the Bears come
Yeah,
out.
Jay.
7
How?
points.
You just
But does he
denounced
pay you?
I denounced him.
Does
But
he
I'm sticking
pay
with
you?
you. No, but actually I am part of his charity.
Oh.
So my thing with the Jay Cutler thing is I do
all
think
about
that they
doing
have a
that.
lot to prove. The Bears just as much as the Lions, but I don't think the Lions are as good as everyone thinks the Lions are. Their offense is not functional.
There you go.
It's not functional. At least the Bears they go in there with a plan on offense where, okay, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But if it works, Brandon Marshall shows up to play football. He's not bipolar that day. He's coming down with the
The
ball.
Lions have a plan. Throw the ball up and Calvin go catch.
It's not going to work all the time.
That's their plan.
I
They
like
have
the Bears.
Golden Tate's been great.
But I like a high-scoring game.
You want to go first?
No, go ahead.
I gotta be honest. 7 points in a
You will.
division game on Thanksgiving is ridiculous. I don't care
You look a little nervous if you want Foz to go first.
because I like Chicago. That's why I'm sticking
Yeah.
with Fran. I like Chicago. Even
So
if I can
everyone's
even
on
see
Chicago here?
24-21
Oh, no,
Detroit.
You're with me here.
Chicago covers.
I'm looking at Chicago now. Their last 3 losses before the 2-game win streak, Miami, New England, Green Bay, 3 good teams.
Yep.
So you really can't look at that. Carolina, Green Bay, Buffalo, good teams. They lost to good teams.
Carolina's a good team.
But in the No, Carolina's not a good team.
Okay,
In
so
Carolina.
I was just
No,
want to qualify.
Detroit's not a good road team.
Okay.
I'm sorry. We
Yeah.
should have said that. The Lions are not a good road team. But in Detroit, 2 losses, no touchdowns. I got to ride that. Stafford's going to find a way and do this. If Kyle Fuller doesn't play, the cornerback on from VTech on Chicago, and Lance Briggs that captain's out, they got no goddamn shot in this game. They had to run the ball. They had to give the ball to Forte to win this out.
But do you think
So
that the
I'm going
Lions are going to
Lions
be?
14.
That's what I'm banking.
You think they cover the spread big or
Lions 14, yeah. I got Lions 14. Cutler's going to get knocked out of the game. I
Yeah, you
too.
did say that actually.
I'm saying Cutler's getting knocked out.
Sue's gonna
He's getting knocked out.
Sue's gonna stomp on
Dukes?
his throat.
I already said
Lion
I
lover?
love the Lions. I'm on them already.
Lions.
Yeah.
I'm
Foz?
on the
I can't.
Lions.
All right.
I think Cutler has easy two.
We need
two
to keep like a
interceptions.
running rank of this. I think that's what we need to start doing here.
Yeah.
So we need to
I
really
keep my
keep a
running
running rank on whose picks are winning. So
Hey.
when people are watching, they know who not to listen to, which is going to usually be me, and then who to listen to. You know, so
Jimmy Dugan.
Week 13,
you know.
pretty sure I'm around 83. I have 3 losses on Thursday. I know that
We've been pretty good almost for the most part.
against the spread. Yeah,
thought so. We've
we're
been
doing
pretty
pretty
good.
good. We're 4-0 this week.
Yeah. I mean, we could talk about the next game, but I'm probably not going to be able to sit at my dinner table during this game.
Fran, you want to go first or last?
I want to go first.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you guys something about this game. I circled this game on the calendar
30 cents.
before the season started. I had the inner feeling that this was going to be the game, and it is going to be the game, I think, to decide our division.
Oh, yeah.
Even though we
This is
play
it.
them again in 2 weeks, this is the game. Because if we beat them in Dallas,
Yeah, this is-
we're beating them in Philly, and the division's done. We are simply say we have a bye.
Now,
Because I don't think Arizona's getting the bye either.
I think this is gonna
now
be
when
a
you circled
split
this game,
battle.
did you think Mark Sanchez was going to be a quarterback?
No, but I have to be honest with you. He doesn't look bad.
And I said this when he first stepped in. This guy was not going to skip a beat. 3 straight 300-plus yard games. That
looking good.
offense. Listen to me, Nell. We can put all of us on a drive, and we will
Yep.
all throw touchdowns.
Yep.
It is not.
He
that
looks
difficult.
good. He's doing his
It's-
job.
You're
That's
right.
what
Chip
no
Kelly
butt
said
fumbles.
that, Chip Kelly says that if I contact him, he's already home studying while I'm on the phone with him. Like, he's already home with his book. Like, when he doesn't go out on the weekends, he's not the New York Jets.
He's not
Mark
Johnny
Sanchez.
Manziel?
He goes home and he sits down with his
Johnny,
book.
make better
because he
decisions.
said Chip Kelly's book is an impossible thing to understand if you don't put time into it.
Yeah, I definitely believe that.
Jerry's well got to be feeling good. You know, beating the Giants on the road. I know it's a bad Giant team, but it was a nice win. And you got to give credit how
It's a big
Tony
win.
Romo and Dez played
That's a
that game.
big
We'll
win.
get back to that. But we'll stay on topic. Eagles, Cowboys. I'm taking the Eagles because I don't trust Dallas's mentality in the game. Their mental game. They're going to be on a high, and I think they're going to make mistakes in this game, but it comes down to the battle in the trenches. Will the Cowboys get pressure on Sanchez? Sanchez doesn't handle pressure. Can the Cowboys run the football on the Eagles as well? We got to see how Murray does. And
Short rest.
So I'm going with Philly with 3.5. I'll take Philly with points. That's fine.
Cowboys on short
Dukes,
rest.
Eagles,
You know what's
Cowboys.
funny? Because when I was looking at this game, I thought legitimately I was going to, besides you, I thought I was going to be the only one taking the Eagles. I really did.
Besides
I'm
me.
so happy that Nelly took them. But for me, I just, the Eagles, pass rush is playing well. Sanchez, like you said, hasn't skipped a beat. He's playing well, besides against Green Bay. But
But that's anybody lately.
he's really carrying the offense pretty well, and I think the division game. I think the Eagles can absolutely cover 3.5. The 3.5. I'm taking the Eagles. I think either way, I think Eagles can win, but it's a 3-point game either way.
Well said. It could go to overtime. Monk, what do you
I
feel?
can see the referees playing a very annoying part in this game.
Guys,
It can. Yeah, Monk.
about them Cowboys.
All
right. These Cowboys, let me tell you, they're a different Cowboys team.
Yeah.
Tony Romo's just about ready to get over a hump, man. I really like them this game.
Is it December yet?
Monk,
Fran, I
Well-
really like them this game.
I will go on record right now say if the Cowboys win this game outright, they're going to the Super Bowl. That's how.
might
That's
agree
what I'm
with
They
saying.
win outright.
If they win against the Eagles, they're going to the Super Bowl.
I
think they could
think
beat the
I
Packers?
would say they go to the NFC Championship game. They win this game.
They're going to the Super Bowl.
We
They're
can't have
going
that.
to the Super Bowl.
We
They win
cannot
this
have
I
game.
think the 3 teams alive in the NFC are the Seahawks, the Packers, and the Cowboys.
Cowboys
I'm
have
sorry. I
answers.
don't trust Mark Sanchez. I'm sorry.
The Cowboys are.
To ever make a run.
I don't even think the Seahawks are good.
I listen. The
No.
Seahawks are the Seahawks.
They're not,
Okay.
though.
No, they are.
They aren't.
I
They're
know
not.
we're going to discuss it about.
You agree with me? They're
We're going to
not-
discuss it in
I'm
about
not talking
a
about-
minute
not
and
the
47
same Seahawks
seconds.
football
All right,
team.
good.
Russell Wilson has got better, but the Seahawks are not
Are
the
not the
Seahawks.
same team. Foz, who's your pick
Foz?
for this? And
All right.
I want to talk Seahawks now.
5-2
Yeah.
in the last 7 games. You don't bet against Dallas at home on Thanksgiving.
Nope.
Okay.
Going into Sunday night's game,
That's it.
exactly what I thought was going to happen. They were overlooking the Giants.
Correct.
You know, Giants jumped out to a big lead. Battled
Not
adversity.
hard.
Tony Romo came out. Besides an insane Odell.
That makes no sense whatsoever, Foz. How
Why?
do they overlook the Giants? Odell Beckham.
They overlooked
the
him in
game
the sense,
over.
They listen to me. If any Cowboy fan tells me right now that the Cowboys were legitimately looking at the Giants as a threat on Sunday night, you're absolutely out of your mind. And it proved to me in that first quarter when the Giants jumped out big. Okay, they were waiting for Philly. They were sitting back. And they went in not expecting the Giants to score because the Giants didn't score on anybody lately.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden they scored.
That's
all right,
right.
and now they battled back.
Let me ask you guys:
that the
Am I
fuck-
supposed
You're
to
right,
be?
Foz.
Am I
You're
supposed
right.
to feel that I can't beat a team that struggled against a Victor Cruzless Giants, a weaker Giants, when we beat down on a lively, healthy New York Giants?
You didn't have all that Beckham
You got to
in
remember
that
the
game, did
Cowboys.
you?
I think the
They were there.
Cowboys
He was there.
played
All that
down.
Beckham played that game again against the Eagles?
Week did we
In
play?
Philly?
I don't remember when we played.
Philly and
Two?
Philly?
7,
No.
6.
No way.
Didn't have.
Odell Beckham was locked in a cage being
Didn't
injured.
have him.
There's
No,
no way.
you're right.
There's no way. That talent would have been noticeable.
You're right.
Guys,
Played
I'm
week
sorry.
6. He was out on the field, but
There you go.
He wasn't at that.
he wasn't at
But
his
my thing is
full
that
Okay.
the Cowboys played down to their opponents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they do.
I think that, listen to me, Jerry Jones will be doing rah-rah, passing out cocaine, whatever he's got to do, on
Jerry's nuts.
He's a piece
Jerry's
of shit.
whatever he's got to
Jerry
do
shit.
on Thursday to
I
get
don't
his
care.
boys
I'll curse.
ramped up.
You
for this
who?
game,
You who?
he will be ready to go. The Cowboys will be there
To cover the spread.
to come. Big. I'm
We're
saying
getting blown
they-
out.
I'm saying
No
they win
one,
by 10.
as an owner, should do what Jerry
I
Jones
say
does.
the Cowboys win by 10. At least
No
10.
one does it.
I would
no
hate
one
that.
takes
He runs the state of
one-on-one
Texas.
I would hate
interviews with
Jerry
John
Jones.
Gruden. No one does interviews during the game. Jerry Jones is a joke.
I think Jerry
He's a joke,
Jones
and
has
he
a
makes me not like the Cowboys. I feel bad for Tony. Tony's like the boyfriend, like a guy who has 4 girlfriends and all the girlfriends cheat on. Like, you feel bad for him. You feel bad for Tony. You kind of want him to get a nice girl and settle down and start a family. Like, Jerry Jones, you're just a piece of shit. It's just
Where
that
is this
simple.
going? Where is this going?
No, I feel because I'm a Tony Romo hater, but at a point, I feel bad for Tony. Like, you know what? It was
Tony
good to
does it
see
for
him.
himself.
2 minute down, 2 minute drive, down 4. He did that drive with his eyes closed. Like, he grew.
Yeah, but-
And you know what? If Tony
Guys,
gets
the
a
Giants
ring,
are-
Hold on,
he's
wait a
in the
minute.
elite-
Now,
in
not
the
for
elite
nothing.
class.
He had
What?
8 seconds in the pocket.
He had
coulda
20 seconds in the
He could have
pocket.
read Hunger Games back there
Ridiculous.
before he
He
threw
still
the
did
ball. I mean, come
still
on.
did it.
that's-
I was so
Unbelievable.
upset what the Giants did at the end of the day.
I was upset what the Giants
I
did.
couldn't believe it.
That was putrid.
That was
How do you
big-
rush
that-
3?
He still did
Your
it.
team is bad.
It don't
It's
matter.
really.
Like, I know the Jets
Now,
are bad, and
You
we
can
live
have
in
an
New York.
excuse for everything. He did it.
We live in New York. All I hear is Jets bad, Giants. You're both bad.
You guys are battling
I hate
for
when Giants
picks
and
1
Jet
and
fans
2.
complain
I know.
who's worse. Do you realize you're arguing about who's the worst team?
They're battling
They're-
for picks 1 and 2.
Yeah,
in this,
you're
this
not
coming
good.
draft.
And I think that the Giant fans need to come to grips where so what? if
I
the
never
team
said we were
beats you?
good.
I know that, but if like you're saying they did this against. I don't care what they did against the Giants. That's like beating the Raiders to me. They're not a good football team.
Let's throw out what you're wearing.
I'll still make fun of the Raiders. You're not a good football team. I don't care.
The Raiders win.
I'm
this
done.
week.
The Raiders are awesome.
Raiders
We're
win this
beating the
week.
Cowboys by more than 10 tomorrow.
Cowboys win. Big.
I'm not betting again.
Friendly wager?
No,
Friendly
I'm
wager.
not betting anymore.
How about
I'm
that?
done being
If
bet.
Fran was
You
over
don't
my
want to bet
house,
that?
they
Listen
would
to me. How about this?
Where's Thanksgiving this year now?
win. My house.
I'll see you there.
Every year.
4:30.
Come
I'll
on.
be back at my aunt's by 7.
Cowboys win this week. You come in with a Romo jersey next week?
Never putting on anybody in my division's jersey. Ever. I'm a loyal fan.
You can't do that. It's Dallas and Dallas on Thanksgiving. They should be pumped up for this.
Nella's a cousin.
Yeah.
Okay? Diehard Giant fan. I'm calling you out, Cousin John. But he comes in wearing RG3 Redskin apparel. You don't do these things. I would never wear an Eli jersey unless I was ripping it off and taking a deuce on it. Simple as that.
I had a Michael Vick jersey as a Buck fan, but you
It's
know what?
Eagles.
We
It's
own
true.
Michael Vick. I think he only beat us once in his career.
Yeah, it's
so
Eagles.
I
No,
don't care.
I agree, Narv. It's different. You can't wear someone in
love
your
it.
division. Like I wear
I love
a lot of
college.
jerseys.
Yeah,
I'll
me too.
never be caught wearing an Eagle, Cowboy, or Redskin jersey ever.
if somebody ever.
Thank God the teams in my division suck. I'll never
Suck.
have to worry about ever
terrible.
wearing
good
one.
player.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
good player in that division.
You don't have to
Get
feel
it.
bad about it. Feel guilty.
Like I can't look at a person like a respectable sports fan if you're doing that.
I
This is
know.
your direct. Will I ever wear a New York Ranger jersey? Not in a million years.
But I would wear Mario Brodeur jersey because
That's
it's
your
my
idol.
favorite. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you, Nell,
I had his helmet.
He did.
You did,
mean, come
No,
on.
didn't you lose the
I,
bet?
I wasn't a Mike Richter fan.
Now face painted the devil.
Face painted him for the devil horn.
Because I did.
I did. Son of a gun.
You know, but now, Monk, I need to just get into this.
Yeah.
This is not the same Seattle Seahawks team. We got to talk about this
Another
game.
annoying fan base, the San Francisco 49ers.
They're better.
Very, very annoying fan base.
They're going to win this game.
Seattle?
No.
I think Seattle.
San Fran?
Seattle, what are they getting? One?
It's a pick-up.
No.
We're making a pick-up. One.
It's Pick'em?
You degenerates at home. You know you bought a half a point and go money line. Yeah, we'll make it a pick-up.
Well, you can't.
You don't
buy
take a
half
spread.
point.
You don't. Well, you don't.
Yeah, you're going money line. You
Money
can't.
line the game, Joe.
Yeah.
I
Money
like
line
the
game.
Niners.
If I was a gambling man and it was
Yeah.
1, I'd buy it up to 3.
Okay. Well, that's because you have.
hold on.
You have money.
Yeah.
If you have money,
If you could afford the points, buy them.
for you witch kids in Westchester,
Exactly.
right, up to 3.
Yeah.
Fran, I'm with you. You want to say why you like San Fran?
I'll tell you what, I'm
We'll let the
not
Seattle
seeing
people-
the same killer instinct in the Seattle Seahawks that I was used to seeing last year. And Pete Carroll is starting to get on my nerves as much as I like him. He's starting to get on my nerves on the side. I don't think he's really managing this team the way he should. Percy Harvin, I think, impacted this team leaving more so than anything.
You know what's a joke? He had 1 catch for 2 yards against. Sorry to bring up the Jets again.
No, it's
1
okay.
catch for 2 yards. Buffalo in Detroit. That's a joke. But I'll just small point about the Niners versus Seahawks. When you beat an Arizona team with physical defense at home, that took a lot out of you. So that's very tough after 4 games. And I'm sorry, Monk, I took it, but when you go to battle against a team like Ravens, Steelers, like type battle, it's hard to recuperate for 4 days and go Seattle 49ers. People get hurt in these games. There are shots being thrown. So I'm taking San Fran at home. They need the game. Sorry, Monk. Sorry, Monk. So Dugan and
Yeah,
Monk.
Monk, you can go, Monk.
Seattle Seahawks are going to win this football game. I'm sure adrenaline alone, they will be up for this game. I don't care who they played because San Francisco just had a lot of trouble at home, Nelly.
Yes,
you
they did.
saw it. You witnessed it. That's your team. They had no excuse having any trouble with them. I understand they're at home. I understand they're prepared. You know, it's funny. You were talking before about Seahawks not being the same and the way Pete Carroll coaches. I actually felt in my head like you were talking about the 49ers because I actually feel that exact same way about John Harbaugh. I think he lost that team in week 8. Everyone says that they're winning, they're back in it, they have revived life. They do technically. Honestly, the Seahawks, they're going to stop Frank Gore and they're going to win the game.
There you
That's
go.
simple.
Hey, Monk, it can
Colin
happen.
Kaepernick, I don't trust him.
You give a score for me, Monk? High score and low score?
23-21. 23-21, Seahawks.
Over-under's at 40. Nice.
23-21.
Guys, have you
Seahawks.
seen the milk cartons lately? There's a picture of Vernon Davis's face on the side.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Where
Thank you,
has this
Vaz.
guy disappeared to?
You
Like
know
Richard
he's my
Sherman
boss.
said.
Okay.
Oh, that's what happens when you bring sorry-ass receivers. Like
Okay.
Crabtree, all right?
You get Crabtree. You got
Yeah,
both.
bro.
Kaepernick
Bolden's-
is a shell of what he
Bolden's
was.
Bolden's
Gore is the only reliable person, and
Yeah,
like
they
you said,
stop Gore.
you stop Gore,
Yeah,
and that's it.
they win.
They're gonna hit him. They're gonna hit him hard. Vernon Davis literally had 1 catch for 5 yards.
I think they'll be
one
ready.
catch for 5 yards. That is
They're ready.
pathetic. Pathetic that you were an All-Pro tight end and you have been basically relegated to bench. You might as well be the water boy. You know, just get him.
Can't win with him.
Yeah,
Can't
seriously.
do it.
Tell him Gatorade sucks. Maybe that'll pump him up a little bit or something. I don't know.
Guys, this is the type of game where
Seattle
quiet
wins
man
big.
becomes very loud. Don't be surprised now if Vernon Davis makes you eat your words.
Yeah.
I would be.
I would be
Yeah.
very
But-
surprised.
But he hasn't.
Well
Look,
said,
I'm
Faz.
not even gonna. I'm gonna pull this
Well
up for you
said.
right now.
I think the only way
Vernon
San
Davis
Fran wins this
might
game
have-
is their defense.
Seattle's offense has been
I
nothing
like
anyway.
Kaepernick
No.
in this game. I'm sorry.
I don't
Dude,
like
who's
him.
your take?
I do
Dukes?
too now.
Join the fray.
I am going to have to agree with these two gentlemen on the left. I like the Seattle
In a million
Seahawks.
years, Dugan, I would have never guessed that.
Me either.
Listen,
Dugan, I thought we were going Niners.
Just
The
me and yourself.
Niners have no run game.
Thank you.
Very simple put. Frank Gore, Carlos Hyde, they're not getting it done. Colin Kaepernick's been horrible.
You need
They're
Bolden.
struggling
These
against the
incredible
Giants. Score
catches, yeah.
17 points with 5 turnovers.
You know where Frank
They
Gore is
struggled
now,
against
Dugan?
Washington last week.
Thank you.
They're
You
not
almost
playing
beat
good.
them.
Who?
The Giants against the Seahawks.
Yeah, we almost beat the Niners.
Okay.
That's
You
what
almost beat the Seahawks too.
I'm saying.
Now, real quick.
And we threw 5 picks. We threw 5 picks and still almost beat the Niners.
Hey, Eli's throwing picks to everybody.
That's
Keep
really
going.
bad. The Niners' offense is not
You tell.
moving the ball. I'm taking Seattle.
Hold on.
Marshawn Lynch, big here.
Correct.
You like Marshawn Lynch?
I like
big?
Marshawn
Love
Lynch
him.
to have a
I
good
love
game.
him this week. I love him.
Holy crap! It's gonna be some game.
It's gonna be great.
It's
This
gonna be a
great
great
game.
game.
Great day tomorrow.
Great game.
Big hit in.
Boz?
Vernon Davis, you ready for his big numbers? He's going to bounce back this week. 21 receptions for 197 yards and 2 touchdowns. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Seattle
I'm a little hot,
does not
but,
cover the tight end well.
Seattle. No, I have to agree with Nell. Seattle does not cover the tight end
Quoted
well.
by Steven Steele,
Yeah.
who was on the show, and he ate my words when I said that the Seahawks were going to beat the Cowboys. And Steven was on the show, and he said, "Nope, you got the Cowboys. They can't guard the tight end." I go, "That's your reason." And we're back to coverage in the tight end.
Wow.
Once again, Vernon Davis,
That's a great
Seattle.
point.
We're
I got
there
week 14
once again.
circle for Zach
So I feel
Ertz.
better about these Niners picks now.
Great point.
Listen, it's a 50-50 game. Either way you look
Fonz,
at
good
it.
point. Vernon Davis, he needs to step up.
Great day of football.
Seriously, I got him
tomorrow.
on my fantasy team.
He's-
It's
I'm
killing
more
me.
excited for Sunday, I think.
This game is going to
Oh.
be. It's.
Who's winning this? They know who we're talking about.
We have to choose a
God
winner.
versus
We-
God.
I just want to sit down and watch it. It's
Yeah,
like
I agree.
It's two
Right?
parts of the Holy
We have to
Trinity.
pick a winner?
Do it- It's,
You're right.
it really,
It's
it's
well
Jesus
put.
and the Holy Spirit.
Well put.
Because God plays in Denver.
Yep.
You know, so
God owns a few Papa Johns.
Yeah.
it's like, come
I
on,
hate
it's.
Yeah, something wrong. He's a
There
shout-out.
might really be something wrong with me. I might be the
There's
only person that
something
does
wrong
hate
with you.
him. Like I do. Don't like him. Don't get attracted to his style. He bores me.
You're a Philly fan.
Yeah, I like good football.
You know what's good about this game? It doesn't
You
involve
hate Santa
Peyton.
Claus.
I do.
You Philly fans hate Santa
I do.
Claus.
Dugan.
In this game,
Where is my
yeah.
Lion King for Sega?
I'm really, really torn in this game, honestly. And I've learned one thing:
What is it? What's
you
spread?
cannot go against Tom Brady and Bill Belichick.
Green Bay is -3.
I have to
At
take
home.
Tom.
Tom.
I love
get-
that offense right now, and their defense is actually playing better than I thought they were going
in
to be.
Lambeau, huh?
It's in Lambeau. I'm gonna take the 3 points.
I don't think the weather affects them either. I really don't.
They play very good in the cold weather.
It
Exactly.
doesn't affect
But
them.
I'm gonna take Tom. I like Belichick. He always devises a good plan.
Yeah.
Somehow he'll probably take out Jordy Nelson, let Randall Cobb do the work. And is Randall Cobb can do it? I don't know. I think
It's a
Gronk
great
steps
ball.
up, and I like the Patriots here. I like the 3 points.
Whatever Green Bay got going on, I mean, they were struggling against Minnesota on the road a little bit. But
Yeah.
whatever they got going on,
Yeah.
you know, Mr. Belichick, the mass wizard that he is,
figure
will
it
figure
out.
this out,
Yep.
and he'll get it done. And I don't trust anyone else. I really feel it's their year. It's just their time for one more.
Yep.
For one more in the sun. I really do.
Tom's farewell
And I'm
address.
taking New England too, and I love both teams. I have both of them on my fantasy team and quarterbacks. And I will never go against
Nelly's
Sky
gonna be watching
Tom.
this game. A lot of fun.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
it's gonna be
having a
very
lot
high
of fun.
scoring. I
Watch
do.
this game.
So do
Come
I.
for you, Dino.
I actually like the Patriots to pull this one out too. I just it's like no set.
Jeez, this
This
is
went.
bad.
This studio
This is
went.
bad.
I didn't. This was not at all
No.
what I anticipated.
Over under is 59.
I think that'll hit it on the money though. It's just so hard to go against Brady and Belichick when they're rolling. You keep rolling with
Yeah,
them.
they're unbelievable.
Yeah.
And it's nothing against Aaron. I mean, they're probably going to see each other in the Super Bowl.
No, he's great.
He's the man.
They can't win every game.
And here's something I found
The
out. Did you know
bad
that Tom
man.
Brady and Aaron Rodgers hang out in the off season, like regularly? Like they go camping,
They
they go
love each
fishing.
other.
Yeah,
They love each
they're like best friends. They talk on the weekends. Relax. I like the Patriots to win this one by more than 10.
Foz, you got to give this stat.
Since 2010, the Patriots are 32-3 in games played during the second half of the season.
Is that even?
Fathom that.
Bill Belichick,
32-3
honestly,
in the second half of the
It's not
season
even
since
fair.
2010.
and you're winning ways.
It's not even fair.
Do we even have to pick a winner?
No, because we all just picked the Patriots.
Took the wing, but we have to
So-
talk about the game.
So listen, for all our betting folks, take the Green Bay Packers money line because we all again agreed, and the last time we all agreed on a game, they got massacred. So
right, that's
go
right.
and bet the Packers. The Packers
right.
win this
Maybe
game.
just
big
take
time.
the
I didn't
over.
think everyone was gonna take. I didn't think everyone was gonna take Tom.
Or maybe just
Me
take the over.
neither.
I like the over to hit.
I wouldn't touch this game as a gambler, to be honest. I wouldn't touch
No,
it.
I-
We're picking
honestly,
it.
No,
if
if-
I
if-
don't watch this game.
I wouldn't touch
If
the
anything,
game. Take the over and you relax.
Yeah,
you
betting
root
the
for both
over.
quarterbacks.
Exactly.
Have fun.
Bet the over and just go hand
you
stand
relax.
outside with your hand out. Like, just
Exactly.
please pay me my money.
Like, and it's funny because I know Fred hates Peyton Manning. We're going to talk about the Sunday night game right now. The only time I get mad at Peyton Manning
game.
when he takes the whole play clock down to 1 and he runs the ball 3 times in one possession.
Little boy.
Drives me nuts out of the shotgun. Drives me
You ever
absolutely
nap
nuts.
during a Peyton Manning
but he's
game? 'Cause
such
I
a
do.
sorcerer back there. He's a wizard.
awful
what he
now.
does.
No.
I,
You know what I'm upset
and
with the
you know what?
Manchester?
I'm going to go Denver -2.5. An hour, Arrowhead,
In a-
toughest place to play. Chiefs need the game. I can't pick Alex Smith. He just lost to Oakland.
Yeah.
But you know what? Everybody in the world is going to say that. So I got to think, is Jamal Charles able to run against the Broncos?
This is good.
And I'm thinking, ooh, Von Miller, ooh, Elvis Dumerville.
Or Dugan's Brandon Marshall.
And I'm sorry, I know you're an Alex Smith
real Brandon
lover,
Marshall.
but I'll just sit there and say, look at this fixed sport, and I'll
Yep.
take Peyton Manning. And I'll take Peyton. Reluctantly, I don't love it, but I'll take Peyton. Anyone else take the floor. I'm ready, man, getting thinking about how I'm going to watch this game. My Sunday night's going to suck.
I'm gonna join Nelly in that conversation, say how fixed this sport is, because I'm gonna take Peyton too, because I honestly can't see, like you said, Alex Smith doing anything. I really can't. The emergence of that kid, C.J. Anderson, he's fantastic,
Yeah.
and that
like
helps
him.
Peyton Manning out so much. Julius Thomas will probably be back. I'm taking the Broncos in that high-powered offense.
If they get any kind of running game, they give Julius Thomas back. Now they have the running game, C.J. Anderson, Alex Smith.
Guys.
Denver wins.
For Jet.
I mean,
Denver has a good enough defense to really stifle Alex Smith. I don't think he's going to do anything. It's like you said, Jamal Charles.
They're going to bury the clock, Kansas City.
Yeah, right,
They're gonna
exactly.
bury the clock.
you win by keeping Payne off the field.
Well, obviously the key is to get off to a great start, obviously.
Yeah.
Arrowhead is scary.
Up until a week ago, my pick is the Chiefs. You know, losing Eric Berry is going to be a big,
Yeah.
Great
big,
point.
big loss
Very
for that
sad,
defense.
actually.
It really is. You know,
That's terrible.
it's, not the way any football
Nah,
has to go out.
great football player too, man.
But you know what? I think that Andy Reid has the right offense to beat a Peyton Manning. He is going to pound that ball
gonna game
with
plan, you're
Charles and Davis.
Right.
Kelsey, that tight end, you know, he's good.
Good, yeah.
Dwayne Bowe hasn't been bad this year. You know, he has been sufficient, better than he has been in years past.
Yes.
And Alex Smith is what he is. He is a game manager.
That's all.
I like Casey in this game. Coming from the biggest Peyton Manning fan in the world, I'm taking Casey in this game. I just think Casey has more to lose in this game.
Absolutely. Agreed.
They do it
Fran?
Foz, it's no secret who I'm taking here. They owe me this. They owe me this much. Andy Reid, you owe me this much.
Don't do it, no.
Alex Smith, you know I love you more than 90% of the country does. I'm taking the Chiefs against the Broncos.
Oh, you're wearing a Peyton Manning jersey next.
I would have never done anything Papa John's related. Having
I'm
said
gonna
that,
bring you a Papa John's pizza.
Yeah, we're bringing Papa John pizza next
I'll
week.
puke on it. Listen to me.
No,
The
come
thing,
on.
I would. Listen, the thing is, Andy Reid, like
Doesn't have
Foz said,
sponsorship.
he's built for games like this. He knows what he needs to do, and that is just keep Payton off the field for as long as possible. You know he's still going to get on the field, but just diminish his time on the field. You make 2, 3, 4 stops. The Chiefs are game managers. They're going to be in the position to get the points.
They could do an 8-minute drive.
Yeah,
But-
easily.
And easily. I've seen him do it against
Yeah.
them on multiple seasons with Andy Reid.
Beat the clock.
It's just, you know why you like them, friend? Because they have the same chant as FSU.
You know what? That might have a little something to do with it.
You know,
There's a lot of
like-
reasons, you know? They got the Walrus. This is my kind of team. This reminds me of the Eagles when Andy was there, and it was just Donovan and Deuce. Donovan and Deuce. And because we had Trash and
Deuce
Stinkston
McAllister.
at wide. No, Deuce Staley.
Oh,
Who was
Trash and
Who
stink.
was your
Trash
tight end? LJ Smith.
Oh.
LJ Smith.
LJ was a legend.
LJ
He was
Smith.
a legend. I loved LJ Smith.
He looked like a fullback. He was short.
These running
Guys,
backs have
Jamal
no
Charles
lifespan.
is something that Andy Reid would have loved his whole life, and he's got him, and he's working him.
Fred, give me a score here. I want a score from you in this Chief Bronco game.
I'm looking 24-17 Chiefs.
I like that score. I'm around there, too. I like 27-17 Denver. All right. I'm reluctantly.
Yeah. I just think it's going to be a good game. It's Arrowhead.
Yeah.
It's not the black hole. It's Arrowhead. You
Black
can't,
hole.
you can't mess with the hole. Love the black hole. You go to Arrowhead and you got to know this. There's
No.
That is
60, 80,000 people screaming down your throat. It's not going to MetLife where half the stadium's another team.
Well, look what he did to Brady. So.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, listen, you're going. This is not a step in the park for Peyton Manning. This is a show.
Oh.
He knows.
That's when everyone got on Brady's case. Oh,
But-
he lost to the Chiefs.
yeah,
His team is
terrible.
terrible. And now look, they're phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Foz, you like Dallas Thursday? I'll give you a bet. If
All right.
Dallas wins, I'll go buy a Dallas Cowboy hat and wear it on the show next week.
Okay.
Okay? If you lose, you got to wear an Eagle hat.
Oh God.
I don't want Foz in my apparel.
I want Foz.
I want you in a Buck outfit.
That's fine. I'll be more than I don't hate either team, so it makes no difference to me. You got to remember, I'm a Colts fan.
I'm trying to think. How can I get you back in Colts?
Patriots. You'd have to make me wear
New England?
Patriots gear.
I can't.
I got a Brady jersey for you.
Yeah, a Patriots gear.
All right, fine.
Go Patriots gear. That's
All right.
fine. no Cowboy stuff ever touched
All
my
right.
body. Ever.
So it's either I'm wearing a Patriots jersey next week or you're getting a Cowboys hat.
You can make it a hat if you want. That's fine.
All right. Well, do you have a hat?
Of what?
I'll go buy the hat.
I'm gonna go buy my hat.
I will go buy
Exactly.
it. I will order it on NFL.com. There
I have
we
a
go.
Brady jersey, but
All right. I'll even wear the jersey too. The hell with it.
You know why, friend? You know why I just got all excited? Because you're talking about stadiums and and I'm like, we're in Jerry's World. We're gonna fly, friend. We're gonna fly
down there now.
We're in a dome.
we're gonna sneak our
excited.
eagle. We're gonna sneak our eagle into the Dallas Stadium. We're gonna put a GoPro on it, and we're gonna fly him down.
My secret eagleness just came out, friend.
I don't know.
We call it the secret
It's a
eagleness.
closet eagle. Been saying it all our lives.
Closet eagle.
Closet eagle.
The biggest closet eagle man in the world. I just got excited.
Can't wait for 4:30 tomorrow. I already told her we're not eating dinner anytime after 3:30. It's between 2 and 3:30 we eat, or I can't come.
I can't wait to see Troy and Joe doing the game.
Oh, this is the most biased broadcast duo on earth.
I can't wait to see DeMarco Murray chewing into the Dirk.
Oh, DeMarco's going off tomorrow. Oh, DeMarco's going off.
Pulling out
Yay!
the iron legs, pull it all out.
No. Let me be clear here.
Let me tell you, you're going to fly that eagle in, and what happened is Jerry's going to grab it, throw it in the oven at 350, and by the end of the game, he's going to be serving it to you guys.
All right, let's do this. Who's the
Don't ever talk about
Yes.
the
They
eagle.
do the turkey player of the game in that game.
Turkey player of the game
Turkey
is
player. Who's it? Eagles, Cowboys, right?
I have to pick the
Cowboys.
team that I won, right? Like I have to pick from the
Yeah.
team that won.
No.
I can't pick
No,
one
no,
and one
it's
like
the
a what
turkey
if.
player of the
No,
game.
no ifs. No ifs.
Eagles, yeah.
Who's your one guy?
No, who's your one guy? No ifs. So me and you got to pick Eagles, friend. So we got to pick Eagles.
I gotta pick an eagle with you.
I had to pick Sanchez. I got a sick quarterback
Oh,
there. I'm picking Sanchez. I'm picking Sanchez.
I'm taking Jordan Matthews.
Ooh, nice.
I love
Right.
this Jordan Matthews, Mark Sanchez
I'm
thing.
going with Sanchez.
Oh man.
Dukes. I'm
Just
sorry.
take him, Dugan. He's
smart.
He's with you now.
I want to take him, but I can't put the jinx on him because, like we know, we just made that trade, and I do have
Big
Shady
trade
on
in
my
fantasy
team now.
football. Julio's
But
back.
I'm gonna go Macklin. Actually, I think Macklin's gonna have a
wow.
good game. I think Macklin, 100 yards, touchdown. He
Could it
do
be a defensive guy?
Can.
You
'Cause
can
I'm
pick
picking
whoever you
Michael-
want.
I'm
I'm
picking
picking the
Michael
quarterback.
Kendricks.
I'm picking the quarterback.
Tony Romo,
Tony?
1,000%.
We haven't lost to Tony
Foz.
Romo since.
Let's throw someone out there.
Yeah.
Terrence Williams.
There you go.
You know what's scary, Foz? That I was thinking that would be
It's
the guy.
usually one of these guys too.
It's these guys, him
the
or
guy.
Escobar, are going to have this big play just to just kind of like destroy your Eagles altogether.
That could happen.
You know.
Listen, look, you know what?
Easily,
This is
little
good.
guy.
Tomorrow's a really fun day of football.
I love tomorrow.
Great.
Let's take a commercial break. We'll come back. We have college football. We have Champions League soccer to talk about, and we'll hit it up with the fans. Thank you.
Calling all my smokers, calling all my mother effing smokers. Master Bong here. Want to share a little bit of information of how you guys can get some free bongs, pipes, all these devices you see me using up in your hands right now for you to use. Not only that, I want to give you my top 5 smoking tips of all time. You know I've been smoking for a minute, making all these devices. And on top of that, put the icing on the cake because you know what? I'm going to give you a birthday shout out on my page from me to you. You're going to get all of these and so much more. You go sign up at masterbong420.info, masterbong420.info. One more time, my friends, my fellow stoners, masterbong420.info. How about?
Addicted to Ink, a proud sponsor of the Zaraza Entertainment Network, is Westchester's premier tattoo, piercing, and apparel destination, offering only the finest tattoo and piercing services as well as the best atmosphere you will find. Addicted to Ink is located conveniently at 38 Westchester Avenue in White Plains, New York, right across the street from the Westchester Mall. If you got the itch for more ink, like the Zaraza boys do, get your work done right. Visit www.addictedtoinktattoos.com for more information.
They were once knighted by the creator of Ustream.tv.
3 nights of Ustream.
In being the 3 Knights of Ustream, their mission is to help turn up the volume on the last source of freedom of speech there is, the internet. So join the flagship show of the Zedalza Entertainment Network, Zedalza, New York, every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, streaming live from ZenLive.tv. They'll show you just how it's done in the World Wild West. ZenLive.tv! Independent music, alternative news, the underground and the underrated.
Hey, this is Vinny Pastor. You call me Big Pussy, and you're watching ZenLive.tv.
You're watching the Zedalza Entertainment Network on ZenLive.tv. Here, you'll find ridiculously good-looking people, equipped with knowledge, intellect, and passion for speaking the truth. Does it get any sexier? A filtered mind is the only crime for Zen Live. Stay tuned.
Aye. This is a moth beat. Yep. Moth beat. You heard of him, right? I know you heard of him. No. I hope so. I have trouble.
And don't go getting offended by my use of the quote-unquote N-word. I have a black wife and 2 biracial kids, so I feel I have a right. I don't give a goddamn what that prick Spike Lee says. Tarantino was right. Here is just a word. If old dirty bastard could use it every other word, why can't I?
Well, I would prefer if you did not use that word in my presence.
Oh, really?
I wanna help, but I don't know. But claws hanging from a choker. Plus, I don't think that pretty face got a matching choker. Her Vita Loca got her breathing so.
Monday's got you off the wagon? Well, worry no more, because it's now officially a part of the 3-day weekend. So get on board. Come party with the Standby Gypsy, Juju the Model, and Blue Rivera every Monday night for your entertainment week in review, off-the-wall interactive segments, live performances, in-depth interviews, and the latest in sports. The Hangover Takeover is live every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on ZenLive.tv.
Are you a smoker and you need to quit, but you're discouraged cause it's harder than some like doing me? Baby, why place paper? Baby, why place paper? Are you a non-smoker but you like to do the tricks? Well, these are non-toxic clouds that exit your lips. Baby, why place? Oh yeah! Yeah! White Plains Vapors, located at 210 Mamaroneck Avenue in White Plains, New York. Visit our location and choose from a wide selection of exotic flavors.
You're watching the Zedalza Entertainment Network on ZenLive.tv.
Thanks for tuning back in after that commercial break. So, we last left off, we started talking about our Thanksgiving games. We started talking about our Sunday night game. We decided to skip over the Dolphins beating the Jets on Monday.
I'm glad you brought that up.
No problem. And I think now it's time. I mean, college football's been heating up.
We only got 2 weeks left.
2 weeks left of the games.
You got the final week, which is basically rivalry week, and you got the championship games, which is
That's it.
fantastic. They're amazing.
SEC.
And you got the SEC, you got the Pac-12 games, everything. I mean, if you're a college fan, is what you look for.
Championship week is unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Then you got bowl season and everything like that.
It's great.
No, what's your input right now on what do you think about the top 4? Do you think there's any team that could possibly get in from this weekend?
I think Ohio State shafted at 6. France, Florida State Seminoles are shafted at 3. This is ridiculous. What does this team have to do? That was a great game this week, Boston College. Boston College had them on the ropes.
Yeah.
And Winston comes back and does it again. Yeah. The guy's a star. Put on my jersey, James.
Fran, who cares where they fall? Get to the dance. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could care less. Let me be 4. Let them get to the dance. At this point, I think we're making something bigger out of nothing. Like it's not the way it used to be. Like we said last week, where it was 1, 2, and those were the only 2 getting to the dance. As long as I finish in those top 4, I don't care. That means I still have a chance at the playoffs.
You're in a playoff.
But it matters with seeding, though. Like, do you want to play Mariota with that offense? No, or do you want to play Mississippi State if you were 1 right now?
I think it matters. You're playing top tier.
Exactly.
Quality
You have to
team.
beat 2 out of the other
You're gonna
3
have
teams
to
either way.
So you either have to go through Bama,
There's combination
Miss,
of- yeah.
or Oregon. You're going to have to face these guys regardless.
Mississippi State should be out of my eyes. I'm
Florida
sorry.
State, that's really impressive, that field goal kicker, Aguayo.
Yeah, he's
he
star.
is a weapon for
He
them.
don't
Even if he missed, he's a
doesn't
star.
miss.
He don't miss.
He doesn't
Star.
He'll be in the NFL.
Good range. Yeah.
He's on my
He'll be the
Pipe
Raiders'
Bomb
first-round
Sports
pick, you know?
He will be.
college football team every week.
Now, I got a question
It's
for you
good,
guys,
man.
because you guys obviously, I bow down to you with the college football. How are they handling the playoff thing? Like Rose Bowl, Cotton Bowl, Fiesta Bowl, Sugar Bowl. Are those all being replaced? Or are
No.
There's two games. I'm not specifically sure which one. I know the Rose Bowl is one of them, but they're playing those two bowl games. It's going to be 1 versus 4, and then 2 versus 3, and then the championship, the BCS game.
Oh, I
like
didn't know
the
that.
Rose Bowl, the Orange Bowl.
Yeah.
You're taking 3 of those hardcore games. They're making that the playoff system, and then the
That's
other
cool.
one at the top. So 3 out of the 4.
Makes sense. Makes
So
sense.
that's what we're doing. And then you got
Do
like the
that-
Pinstripe Bowl,
They
and
go
the
with
Genesis
competition
Bowl.
playing in
And
the
they're going to
bowl
rotate
games.
every year.
Right. So
Right.
that's
cool.
So the teams that don't obviously finish out of the top 4 still have a shot at maybe like a Cotton Bowl.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Or-
one
Absolutely.
big game.
Okay, perfect.
One big
All right.
game. Yeah, it's one big. There's 4 big ones. They'll have one big one. But Dukes, who you got? I got Ohio State getting shafted. They should be at 4. I'm sorry.
I agree. I think Ohio State should be in there, but
Still
I
bullshit.
think by the end of obviously the Big Ten championship, I think Ohio State will get in there.
Yeah.
So, but the team that I think that we honestly need to look out for, I don't know how, but UCLA.
Yeah.
UCLA can actually win their side of the bracket, play Oregon in the championship, and if they beat Oregon, they actually might get 4 because. TCU Baylor has no playoff game.
Foz?
They don't have
They were
a
talking about it
championship.
today.
That really hurts.
Hardest remaining schedule in college football right now belongs to UCLA.
Well, they got Stanford.
They were talking about it today. Who's got more to lose out of the top 4? Or who has whatnot? And they were saying that the 2 teams to watch for, like you said, UCLA, and the other one again, who should be there anyway, is Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
I
They're
think
saying
they should
that
be
those
there.
are the 2 teams that. If any 2 teams are going to creep into that top 4, it's going to be those 2.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
But let's look at one game this weekend. Obviously, everyone's watching it.
2
The
big
4
games,
seed,
right?
Mississippi State. There's three really good games. But you have Mississippi State at Ole Miss. This is the game everyone's going to be watching for the 4 seed. Everyone, Ohio State, the UCLA's, Baylor's, TCU's, they're all needing Mississippi State to lose. What do you think, Nell? Do you think they can win on the road? The spread is 2.5 right now.
Mississippi State, I love Mississippi State. I'm
You
sorry.
like it?
I think Bo Wallace reminds me of any NFL draft. Bo Callahan. Bo Wallace is overrated in my eyes. I think he's not a good teammate. You could see his emotions on the sidelines. Complete overrated, hot start, but it's done. I like Mississippi State here. I think they have to prove why they're a 4 seed, and when you got something to
You
prove,
like the quarterback.
yeah, I do. Prescott,
Yeah.
I like Prescott. When you got something
Like
to
him a
prove,
lot.
this is your signature road win because you beat Auburn at home. This is your game. Love Mississippi State. Take Mississippi
But
State.
can Mississippi State still win this game and still see themselves out of the top
No.
4?
Yes.
The
yes.
championship game,
they
right?
should, friends.
Because they're
They
not.
should.
If Alabama's going to win and get the SEC title,
Right.
Mississippi State's going to be left out of the title game. So
Right.
a team like I said earlier, Ohio State can get that Big Ten title and jump Mississippi State because they don't have the championship game.
Right.
So, but for me in this game, honestly, I'm against you, Nelly.
Okay.
I'm taking Ole Miss.
All right, cool.
I think last week Ole Miss laid a dud, an absolute dud at Arkansas, lost 30-0.
Arkansas's
You want to know
a good
why? Because they were overlooking to this game at home, senior day. Bo Wallace, Robert Condici, who's supposed to be the best lineman in football, is going to step up. I like Ole Miss to win this game. I think I really do
Okay,
at
that's
home.
fine. Monk, anyone?
I like Mississippi State. But those are great points. Senior day.
Senior day.
That is
I
a
love senior
great
day.
point. Senior day, they really step up for some reason. But the makeup of Prescott to go into onto the road, I think he's got it. I think he's got a shot to go.
But it's so sickening how these senior days and these rivalry games wait till the last minute. FSU is versing a team this
get
week
teams up.
against Florida. The coach is fired. They have nothing to play for. How many times have we seen that in college football? The coach is gone at the end of the season. He gets carried off the field. Like the swamp is going to carry Muschamp off. See it all the time. I'd be petrified if I was an
That was
FSU
going
fan.
to happen?
No.
No.
I think James was to converse Jesus and win. I just don't know what's going on. This is
with him.
unbelievable.
No, I'm
He's
with
going
him.
to verse
Really
Alabama.
doesn't.
They're going to get 5 turnovers, 5 fumbles. They're gonna win the
Nelly,
game.
I'm so impressed with this
They're
guy
sick.
week after. I
Sick
I
joke.
followed
It's
up
a
and
sick
watched him
joke.
last week against Miami. I watched him against Nelly,
It's a
I'm
sick
so
joke.
impressed with
It's a
this man.
sick joke.
He
Keep
is
calling Jamarcus
fantastic.
Russell too. That's okay. He wins.
Yeah, no, he's
it's okay.
fantastic.
Jamarcus Russell win. No, he played a very bad Notre Dame team in a bowl game. Congratulations. But Dugan, let's go and travel on to the Iron Bowl. Auburn versus Alabama.
Fantastic game.
They're all tied. Here we go. In Alabama, Alabama wins their SEC championship game. Auburn wins. They crush Bama's dreams. Dugan, what's your take in this game? Monk,
Very
anyone want to
simple.
start?
Auburn's defense is terrible. They are going to give up way too many points and will not be able to score on Alabama. And I like Alabama minus 9.5. I might like them minus 19.5. I think it's an absolute blowout here at home.
I see where this
Monk,
is going.
Monk.
So Alabama. I think I think Auburn only has an offense. And even with Gus Malzahn, you can plan as much as you want.
Yeah.
Saban's team's going to be ready. Their defense is great.
Bama's
Stout.
the most well-rounded team in
they'll
NFL.
score on
in
Auburn's,
NCAA.
defense early and often. I think they win by 21.
The only thing that scares me in this game is Marshall has played in this game before, and Blake Sims hasn't.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing. Amari Cooper or not, I really don't care. But you know what? I'll roll Tide all the way.
Yeah,
Roll
roll tide, and especially
Roll
with that
Tide.
result, that doesn't help Auburn's chances last year. That
Just remember what happened last year.
Roll Tide.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know who remembers? Exactly. You know who remembers? Nick Saban remembers. He's going to make sure his players are ready for this.
The Sabanites.
What's your dream championship game if you could pick from the top 4 right now?
Wow.
My
Good question.
From the top 4 right now?
Yeah.
Top 4. The 4.
Deserved. And because I do agree with Ohio State being in the 4.
I got to go
can I say-
Alabama, Florida State. If I can only pick these 4 teams, Alabama, Florida State. If I can't pick these 4 teams, Alabama, Ohio State.
Oh, wow.
I like that.
That's a nice game.
Yeah, it is a very good game.
Dukes?
Out of the 4 right now, I'm going Alabama, Oregon, 1 and 2. I think Oregon's that prolific offense. I'd love to see them in a championship game, see what they could do. Everyone said they played no talent all year. I actually want to see what they could do against a top-tier team like Alabama. But I want to see Ohio State in the championship game. I love Urban Meyer. Everyone knows that.
Wow, you like JT Miller, huh?
I'd love to see them in a game. I really would.
Nice.
So
I like.
Who
Well,
you-
obviously,
who
I'm
you
going
taking, man?
to want to see
No, I'm
Florida
going
State,
to
Alabama.
say the same one you're going to say, though.
Florida State, Alabama.
Yeah, definitely.
A nice little.
Definitely.
What it would have been last year for Auburn.
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely.
I think any team besides Mississippi State for me is fine.
Yeah, I know, you're right.
Yeah.
Watching Mariota it's a pleasure
Like
to watch.
Florida State, obviously
Yeah, but
going for 2
such
in a
a
row.
high-powered
That's
offense.
amazing. But
I don't want to see TCU either, man.
No,
Even at the
no, me
5.
neither, Nelly. I'm
Almost
with
lost
you,
at
man.
Kansas. I mean, I like Boykin. They're a fun offense to watch, but no, I want to see Saban versus Fisher, Saban versus Urban Meyer. It's about coaching, star power.
I feel that's what
And
college
I don't
really
feel
is.
that about Oregon, though. I don't.
Coaches
Mariota
outshine
Winston. I don't feel
I
it.
think college football is more about the coaches.
I do too.
Than it is about the
Definitely,
players.
definitely.
I just
Definitely.
and a good
All
point was
scheme.
brought up was now speaking of that, it's all about the coaches. Muschamp is now out of Florida. Do you put Florida as a top 10 job again?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a great program.
Yes,
No,
I
I think it's a
my
good
thing. They haven't won anything since Tim Tebow have left.
I don't care. I think
Since
it's a
Urban
good program.
Meyer has left.
Right. Tim Tebow and Urban Meyer walk out the door. That program has become
But that's
basically
fine.
irrelevant.
Florida State hasn't won
Right.
in
I-
years
right.
until Jim
Boz?
Boz back up.
Keep going, Fox.
Yeah, but I mean, but you had a legendary coach in FSU.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you had a face. You had a face to your university. Florida has nothing. Like, literally,
Aaron Hernandez.
yeah. Well, no, that was Miami. That was
No,
no,
No, he went to
Florida.
Florida.
I thought it was Miami.
Aaron, Percy Harvin,
Committing Matt.
Tebow, Rainey,
yeah.
all these guys in Florida.
Yeah.
Sick.
So it's like.
Debs.
coaches can turn any team,
But
especially
that's
a
the
top
other thing
tier
too.
team
Is,
like Florida with that.
You bring that up. What happens when the season's over? Jameson decides to declare for the draft.
Yeah.
And he's now out of the cocoon of Florida State, where they can't protect him anymore. What happens when this kid decides he can't control himself?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And he's going
That's
to get
why
paid.
Jimbo Fisher's done an amazing job.
He is. He deserves like coach of the decade.
Oh, yeah.
For what he has done with
I
this
heard he's
kid.
going to get a PhD in guidance counseling.
You know,
This year's harder than last year.
preschool guidance counseling. But I mean, does any NFL team realistically look at this kid and say his pros outweigh the severe amount of cons that are going to come with this kid?
Yeah. Well,
You know?
Johnny Manziel had a problem. He went in the first round. I mean,
Yeah, but Johnny Manziel I don't think was his issues off the field weren't as prolific as this kid is.
Yeah, Johnny Manziel was more partying.
Right.
This is more shoplifting.
Right. Yeah, he's still partying. He's still,
and raping.
You know, he's still out at 2:30 in the morning. You know,
He just got to a fight last week.
Yeah.
No, well, that's supposedly. You know,
what?
James is innocent. Like it's all.
He's innocent. How could you say that?
It's all the right Bronco. Everyone tries to see the hero come down.
So then, hold on. The Philadelphia Eagles are on the clock, and Jameis Winston is there.
You're asking this sincerely? Are you kidding me?
I'm getting a jersey before they say his
ripping my
name.
Eagles apart if we don't pick him when we can. Yes, you take him and you pay him 10 years in advance.
10 years in advance.
Guaranteed money.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Crab legs.
Free crab legs.
Thank God.
Cheese
Free crab legs, boy. Thank God Francesco is not running the Philadelphia Eagles.
My favorite players cause havoc. Those are my favorite players.
Brian Dawkins.
Dawkins, I want people that are...
love him.
Meanwhile, Dawkins is like a born-again Christian on air. I'm like, what happened to the psychopath that murdered people on the
him
field?
and Ray Lewis. Yeah.
You're right, Fred. You're right.
I don't know what this is.
You're right.
How
We'll
could
see.
that kill people on the field? It
You're right.
blew my mind.
You're right.
Found
And that's... And anybody else I need to take before we move on to soccer talk? Because I think that's our college rivalry. It's a scary week. I think we touched on Auburn, Alabama. That's a game to look on. Dugan, you felt TCU, Texas. There's a game you want to touch. Who do you like there?
I love TCU in this game. Honestly, it's in a neutral
Okay.
site.
That's it.
But here's the thing: TCU,
Though.
Texas has been very good.
Right?
But the thing with college is you have to blow out teams to get considered, and TCU is on the outside looking in. They need to blow this team out in order to get considered to get to top four.
Well said, dude.
I'm taking TCU big, and I'm talking really big.
They got their...
Yeah, a lot. I
got
really like
the
TCU.
spread.
The spread is only 6.5.
You know,
I looked on it. Yeah.
TCU got their birth control scare last week against Kansas.
Right.
So now they're going to lay a hard in. So...
TCU's going over. They might score 50 points.
TCU.
Little soccer burn down, but if, in case anybody has any questions they want to call and ask anybody on the co-host panel, the number is 914-595-4871. If you have any questions or you want to comment about anything we've discussed tonight, including James Winston maybe being an Eagle in 20 years, that'd be nice. But, Monk, we saw some interesting showdowns in soccer this week, and the one thing that stood out to me to this point I enjoyed mostly was Champions League football. There is nothing on this planet.
Nothing better.
And what we saw yesterday, I thought Roma was going to win that game.
Unbelievable.
I just want to start with that game.
Last kick of the game.
Last kick of the game, they advance. If they don't let that happen, they're in the knockouts.
I agree. And, you know, even better than that, yesterday, unbelievable performance. Kun Aguero, you know, it's funny. I was talking about it with my friend, and he texted me after Kun scored the second goal to tie it 2-2, and he said, Kun 2, Bayern 2. And then he texted Kun 3, Bayern 2. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
What else can you
Two bad giveaways. A bad tackle by Benatia.
Yeah.
On Aguero for the first goal, the penalty.
Roma continues to bite Roma. He was a former Roma defender, and now
Wow.
You see Bayern Munich falling because they're down to 10 men.
Big result for Siska. Thinking they could, not thinking, they're still in this group technically.
Who comes out of this group now?
Man City and Bayern.
Do you?
Man City, you came through. You really. Let me see.
I got it right here.
5-5 and 5.
Yeah.
5-5-5. I like Roma to get out with Bayern.
Well,
I'm not convinced by City. I'm not. I'm sorry. You beat a team.
Well,
with
we're
10
gonna
men.
know. We're gonna know. They play Roma next.
That's it.
That's it.
Winners
CSKA,
in.
you have no shot against
No shot.
Bayern. So you're out.
Out.
I'm sorry.
Like you're not even getting
but
it
do you
off.
think Bayern really plays their stars
Right,
this
that's
week?
a great point.
Like, do you think that they're going to really come out and say, listen, all right, they have absolutely nothing to lose in this game. Play the bench.
You know what? And that would be bad. because-
No. But you know what? Even with the bench, they still win.
Yeah, their bench would start in
still win.
90% of leagues.
Yeah.
Absolutely, but
Yeah.
I just, that's
No, that's
something
a good point.
just to think, they're going to know that these two guys these other two teams, Roma and City, are going to be out there killing each other, knowing that essentially the winner of that game is going to take second place in that, that group. Why not, take it easy, coast into the second round, not risk any injuries? Because you know what, if Moscow falls behind.
You're right,
early.
though. You are right.
Why not start clipping somebody?
You're right.
You know how these Russians
You're right.
are.
True, the
Start
Russians.
you start clipping them.
You're right.
That's what Putin would do.
Exactly.
Fran,
Rusev.
Fran, one team that I put it to you this way, if there was a power rankings, which I think we got to start
Next
doing
week
next
we'll have
week.
the power rankings.
My number one, and I don't think you could be able to even argue with me, is Chelsea. They're unbelievable this year. Mourinho.
They won?
Number one.
Favorite team.
No, but besides them being my favorite team, they win 2-0 over the
Miami's
weekend.
number one in my
Dominated
eyes.
right here. Dominated. They win 5-0 on the road in Germany against a good Schalke side, against Di Matteo, who won us the Champions League in Bayern a few years ago. It's a statement game. Mourinho's showing Abramovich that he made the right choice at coach with him. They are rolling.
You know how my theory in college football has been that FSU should be 1 as long as they're undefeated because they're defending champions.
Here we go.
Real Madrid should be the 1 because nobody can beat that team.
Well, okay, nobody could beat them, but do they have a loss?
Sure.
Does Chelsea have a loss?
No, but look at your group.
No losses. No losses. Do they have a loss in the Premier League?
No.
10-2.
This league is a joke.
Listen, come on. Now we're going to start comparing the strength of leagues?
Yes, I am. I really am. Where's Liverpool? Where's Liverpool? I want to hear it. Tell me.
But you know what? Where's
That's what I thought.
Southampton?
Southampton's 2.
Against the okay, so let's put Southampton against Sampdoria and let's see what happens.
Guarantee you it's a battle.
They wipe the floor with them.
Mihajlovic has a joy day. I promise you they battle.
This kid's the best.
I don't know. I'm telling you, it's tough.
If we went cross division, if we went to Premier League versus Serie A, you think that Man City
easily
would beat Napoli?
Easily.
No.
Easily. I think it's
Napoli beat them twice.
I think the battle of those. I think Premier League's the best league. It's not even close.
Did Napoli not dominate Man City both times they played them?
They did.
They did. So.
Oh, all right. So now you have to go in and look at English teams that have dominated Italian opposition in the Champions
There's
League.
still more
'Cause I'm
trophies in
sure
my
it's
league
happened.
than the English league.
That is true. I give you that.
I'm going to keep shining on my trophy case.
But you also have teams like
33
Ajax
this year.
Amsterdam who used to win the Champions League, so it's a little
parity.
skewed. Exactly.
There's more parity
More
then.
parity.
But
correct.
that's the beauty of soccer.
That
It's-
is.
There is hell.
It's all
Greece
over the
won
world.
Euro a couple
It's all over
years
the world.
ago.
It was fixed, but
regardless,
my condolences to
gyros for
Ronaldo in
everyone. You know
Portugal.
what could we say? But let's talk about your boys today.
Exactly.
2-0
the
win.
superior
It's
league.
a 2-0 win. Yes. Your team took until the 47th minute to score a goal on
Malmo.
You look at the
Sweden.
stat line. Domination.
I don't care.
You look at the field.
I don't care. You're the big bad Juventus, okay?
Yeah.
The black and white.
That's right.
We're the greatest of all
Yeah,
time.
you're better than Chelsea, right?
You know, you
Well,
guys blow
yeah.
your own horn. Like, you
Yeah.
guys are fantastic.
We are.
Okay? You're probably not going to win this group.
No.
No.
That's you know, but being the big bad.
They
you know,
already blew
Juventus,
that,
you
yeah.
know.
All we got to do is draw. We're in.
Atletico Madrid
That's
sold
great.
their 3 best
But
players.
you
They're still gonna win the
struggled
group.
against a team that is irrelevant.
What struggling? 2-0 being struggling.
That's
nowadays?
a struggle. You should have
Won 20-0.
You
The world
should have won
won
5-0.
Just because it's soccer,
it was a comfortable win, but it got hairy. It
It's
got
not
hairy.
easy to score 10
know
goals.
that,
I
but-
can't take people, Dugan.
But the problem is the quality of player on one side as opposed to the other
Look
side.
who they play. That league is a joke. They haven't even seen defense in FIFA.
No, this is true. The EPL is bad.
Are you kidding me?
We said this last week.
I wouldn't say it's bad. They just don't play.
What's that other soccer
We
game?
said-
They can score.
We said this.
They can
Ultimate
score.
Pro
Hummels
Soccer.
would make a world of a difference in the EPL because he plays defense. But you know what? Not for nothing. Dortmund didn't look too good today either against Arsenal.
No,
Dortmund's
that's a
done.
good point.
Okay.
because
Dortmund's done.
You know
What
what?
happened to that team? Like, they just fell apart.
You know what was funny? That we were discussing how they've literally just threw caution of the wind with the Bundesliga. They gave up, and now everything goes into the Champions League. And you play Arsenal. Listen,
And you
Arsene
lay an
Wenger,
egg.
I abused you. I've been abusing you. Your team came out ready today. They were ready. They
Put on Sonogo,
they went,
right?
and they put in Sonogo. That's a good move. He scored in the first minute. Changed the striker. He scored in the first minute. So obviously it was a good move. Alexis, you continue to score. And what was impressive the most, you blew a 3-0 lead to RSC Anderlecht, the Belgian side, 3 weeks ago in the Champions League. 2-0, closed up. They were very stout defensively.
'cause
I
he's
was very
learning.
impressed. He's learning.
It took him 20 years.
The other English team,
He's learning.
not learning so much. Brendan Rodgers, you're going to be next on my list.
You think he's getting cut?
You're using a lot of excuses, Brendan Rodgers, and frankly, honestly, your tactics are garbage. Garbage. Liverpool still, even with this team, I think still supposed to have a good enough team to beat PFC Ludogorets.
All right, I have a question for the both of you, and maybe this is a little biased on my part. Okay, so here it comes. Yeah, get your water ready.
I am getting my water.
There was an
ready.
article out the other day.
Chugging this.
We spoke about Messi essentially looking. He wants out of Barcelona.
Is he going to Napoli?
does he want? There is rumors
rumor.
circulating that he is going to end up in Napoli.
Very big.
For the only purpose
Maradona.
because of
was there,
Maradona.
following his
Because-
footsteps.
Now, as the Juve fan,
Yeah.
does that strike fear into your heart right now?
Absolutely not, but I would
No.
love it.
No.
One man does not win.
I think he adds the one piece that Napoli is missing.
Defense?
No.
You gave up 3 goals to Cagliari in Sao Paulo.
Yes.
You're a joke.
Yes, I agree.
You're not
He's right.
better than my team.
He's right.
I can talk all the smack I
Napoli
want
was
because
up.
nobody beats my
Napoli
team.
over the weekend was up 2-0.
Except
Blew
for
a 2-goal
everyone in the
lead.
Champions League, the Europa League, and everywhere else. You guys only win in Serie A. When
He's
you
right.
win
He's
a
right.
European tournament, come talk to me, pal.
Can
He's
you
right.
make a European tournament? Done.
We will. We are.
Anyway,
we're in Europa League.
Fred,
These arguments. I've had this
Fred,
conversation.
you want to know
with
what the
millions of
most?
We're in the Europa
Want to
League.
know what's funny? You want to know what the most interesting group you'll never guess in a bajillion years in the Champions League
people.
is?
Is it the Lisbon group?
It's Group C with Zenit, Monaco, Bayer Leverkusen, and
Wow.
Benfica. I've never seen a group with 4 more evenly balanced
Yeah.
teams. Now,
Parity.
big win for Monaco on the road today in
won.
Germany. Won. Bayer Leverkusen, they still sit comfortable.
Monaco won.
9 points. Monaco won. We won.
Monaco won.
Zenit kept your hope alive. Big home win. Danny in the 79th minute. 9-8-7. Benfica, you're out.
Out.
But 3 teams that are very much alive going into the last match day.
So who are your top 4 teams, guys, in Champions League today? Right now, that you've seen playing?
Today
Chelsea-
or just in
No,
the
no,
tournament in
today.
general?
Well, in general. Top 5, because 4 is a weird
Chelsea,
number. Give me 5.
Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Barcelona.
No PSG?
No PSG.
I have PSG in mind.
That's
Wow.
fair. That's
I
fair.
have PSG, Barcelona, Munich, and I'm still tossed up about your boys.
Because they're on the strong group.
Yeah,
Right.
That's what it is. That's what it is. But
I'll
they
be honest
still
with you-
take care of business,
but I'll
though.
be honest
Yes,
with
you
you.
do what you have to do.
Exactly.
So do we.
And
I know when 2-0 became a sin.
He had that slip up against Olympiacos.
That was a sin.
All right, so it happens.
It's tough. Let me tell you something about Champions League. There's no
Going into the
predicting it.
last match
No, there's
days.
not, and that's the beauty. But that's the beauty of soccer. As much as it may be fixed, as much as it may be anything, once that ball, anything can happen.
I agree.
There's shots. We've seen some ridiculous shots from the days of Roberto Carlos
Golazos.
taking it from
Yeah.
midfield to around the world, and all of a sudden magically it lands in the goal. You can't control these things. You know what I'm saying?
I've always
That's
said-
one of the beauties of soccer is that it's probably one of the most uncontrollable sports.
This
to watch.
tournament,
and that's
Unless the
why
ref gets involved, you know what I
right.
mean?
Listen,
You're right.
they all do.
for me, this tournament puts soccer above other sports.
I agree.
It's literally only this tournament that literally
The
propels
best
it.
teams
If it
in the
was
world.
If it was just the domestic leagues and the World Cup, it would be the same as everything else. But guess what? We have the UEFA Champions League.
Well, what's harder, the World Cup or the Champions League?
The World
Cha-
Cup.
Champions League.
I think Champions League.
You're playing in
Definitely.
season, you have cup games,
Definitely,
and you
yeah,
have league.
yeah.
Well,
The schedule's
let
so-
Let me tell you why I feel the World Cup. Okay, with the Champions League and the group play, you're getting the best on certain teams, the best of every other country combined onto one.
New
team.
Zealand?
Forget about New Zealand. You know what I'm saying. So don't be a wise guy.
I'm a wise guy.
Okay.
Because there's some teams in the World Cup I don't want to watch.
You got listen to me. For argument's sake, look at
Montenegro?
Barcelona. You got
They didn't
Colombia.
make it.
You got Argentina. You got Spain. You got, if I'm not mistaken,
France.
you got Italy on there.
Yeah.
If you have a stud from every country.
That's a good point.
My country has no studs anymore.
That's a good point.
But from the World Cup, you're
USA is the
only
goalie.
getting the best of what your country can provide.
That's a good point.
You know
That's
what
a
I'm
really
saying?
good
So I
point.
think it makes it harder. Yes, is the tournament shorter? Is the tournament every 4 years?
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why that's a great point. Case in point, I'll tell you the play. Yaya Toure on Ivory Coast. They're supposed to be great every year with these great players. He goes there. He's expected to help carry the team, and he can't do it. It's too much for
Soccer's
him.
a team sport. You can't be an individual. and
Exactly.
win.
It's
That's
too
why
much.
Messi on Napoli. I want to go back to that actually real quick. Messi on Napoli. There is a big rumor that Napoli is being purchased by Qatar investors
Yes.
and Chinese investors.
That's the only thing that's going to get
which
him
would
over there.
Fund
Buku
billions
bucks.
into this team.
Buku bucks.
Forget it.
Yeah.
If you do get Messi, yes, you will always be contending and always playing in Europe.
Oh, that's
a given. But I don't think Messi alone will win you the title.
He
That's all.
broke
No, I
Raul's
think-
record.
But my thing is that I think Messi makes Napoli now even that much more attractive to the bigger players. I think Napoli right now is kind of,
people don't know what they are. You know, they're a solid team. They're in the upper echelon of Serie A, but I think Messi makes them more.
Will be interesting. Will be interesting. Adidas is also trying to orchestrate.
Soccer talk, by the way, guys. Great soccer talk.
Very. Guys, excellent broadcast tonight. We all braved the Northeastern. Let's everyone stay safe, stay warm, drink some hot chocolate, whatever you got to do.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks,
sponsored by Unique Affairs and B&A Deli. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
The cult of personality.